Hi fish fans, it's Raina, the professional mermaid. I have been a mermaid on YouTube for just about 15 years now, and I have been sharing my journey all of this time. And one of the things I love to do is show you all kinds of hacks and tricks for how I make my content and how I do my job. And even if you're not a professional mermaid, some of these tricks might apply to you. Before we get started, if you are one of my subscribers, I'm gonna ask that you please hit the bell to get notifications. This is because YouTube isn't really pushing the subscriber feed the way they used to. So if you're not seeing my videos in your feed, you really wanna hit the subscriber button where the bell is. And if you are not a subscriber, I hope you will consider subscribing for some cool content. I try to make cool things. So today I am going to show you how I make video that is just me by myself. So if you're looking for how to film yourself underwater without any help, then you're going to want to check out my video reviews of the Insta360 camera and my different tutorial reviews on it. For this, I'm going to be talking about on land, which is what I'm doing right now. I'm filming this video by myself. You can do it in a costume, you can do it without, however you want to do it. I'm going to show you the tricks that I use. So first of all, one of the things that people are kind of sleeping on in the mermaid industry, but also making videos in general, is that they're not using the back camera. They're using the front facing camera, so they're filming their videos like this. When really, you want to be filming your videos with these lenses. These lenses are better, you get higher megapixels, better quality video to edit and work with, and less like weird features where you're kind of getting weird motion blur and pixelation and stuff like that. But how can you do that if you can't see yourself? Well, you can do this either vertically or horizontally with many different phones using a couple of different hacks. One is that I like to buy a screen that is an external monitor, and you can get these on Amazon or different websites. I'm not making any money off this, but I will drop the link below where I got mine. So this is actually what I'm doing right now. This is a little external monitor. I'm filming using my back camera and I can see this. It's so cool. I can just have it propped up wherever I need it, or it has a magnet on the back and it allows me to stick it to anything magnetic. Now some of these come with a little sticky magnet circle that you can actually stick on the back of your phone. Or you can now get phone cases that have a magnet circle on it. And I have, this is for my new phone that I'm filming on, and I actually have a pop socket stuck to mine, and it's magnetic and it's actually like super strong. But I can take that off and put any kind of accessory on this case. And by the way, this is an OtterBox case, so it has a really good drop rating. They have a bunch of cases for these. So this can actually stick on to the magnetic thing here. So then if I've got my phone, I can actually see myself. I can film myself using my back camera, see everything looking really cool. I'm gonna be holding it up like this. I happen to have two phones because I'm trading this one in. But I can see everything. Instead of doing it this way, I can flip it this way and I can see exactly what I look like, and it's a better quality camera. So right off the bat, you have just elevated your camera content. So I love that. Now, that's cool if you want to do selfie videos or whatever, but what if you want it to be sitting down somewhere on a tripod and filming for you? There's a lot of different tripod and selfie stick options out there. There's combination ones where they can do both kind of things for you. This is a good example of a combination one. It's a selfie stick / tripod. It actually has a little light built into it, and it has a shutter button. And this is going to be really important because you can buy one that has a shutter button built in, or you can just buy yourself a shutter button separately. And I happen to already have a shutter button separately, and we'll get into that in a moment. But this one, as you can see, is combination. You can set the light if you want. There's a button in the back to turn the light on, and actually mine's not charged at the moment, so I don't know if I can turn it on or not. Yeah, it's not charged. Anyway, it charges, and you can put the phone in here and you can pivot it to whatever direction. So if you want to use it as a selfie stick, you can. I can just use it as a selfie stick. I'm taking my video. Or I can use this one as a tripod as well. This one, like I said, it's a combination. Phone on it. Stick my phone there. It's got a little light. Flip it around if I want to. Have this stuck to it instead. Good stuff, right? So that is another thing you can do. Also, I really like using a shutter button because the shutter button, it hooks into your phone using Bluetooth, and it allows you to turn the camera off and on not hands-free. Some, depending on the camera you have on your phone, some actually can be set up so that they use gestures or they use voice commands. So you can actually look into your options and find whatever gestures it needs or voice commands, very common with Android phones, and you can program it in so that you don't even need anything in your hand. I find them a little tricky once you get some depth between you and the camera, like when there's distance. So I like having one of these, and literally you just sync it using Bluetooth and you can easily press the button and it turns the shutter off and on. So that's a really cool thing too. And if you're gonna go to the point now, you've got everything on a nice tripod, it's stabilized, you have your monitor so you can see things. You can also add a light, like I said. So there's a couple options for lights. Lots of people like the sticks that have a light built in. You can also buy external lights like the one I've got on my phone right now, which I'm gonna pop down. I just got this on Amazon and it clips onto your phone. Really cool, very easy to use. Another option are standalone lights. You can get them bigger or smaller depending on the space that you're using. So I have some large ring lights that I use. I've also got this one from IKEA that I really like. So it actually is a stand and I can move this. And right now I'm using the stand to hold up my phone, and the stand goes right in here, so I can hold the phone and the light, or I can have them in two different locations like I have this one. I didn't really need this light today, so I've just kind of got it like this. If you're gonna be out and about, there's my Canadian. If you're gonna be out and around, you know, you may not find something like that great. It's good if you're home and you can kind of make a little makeshift studio. But if you're gonna be out and taking footage and behind the scenes, usually just having some kind of small ring light or one of these is really good. Another thing that people take for granted is audio. Audio can make all of the difference in the world in video, especially if you're doing things outside and you end up with like the wind or something blowing. So I usually suggest that people buy some sort of mic set, and you can get a lot of them on Amazon or at your local computer parts store or whatever. This one is really cool. I just put the little mic on here. I can put it on my shirt. This is the transponder. This is what it speaks to, and that plugs into my phone. So there's a little cord and it plugs in like this and it stays there, and then the mic will talk to the transponder. A lot of these kits actually come with dampeners and things that you can use as like a mini mic boom to make the sound better. So that's really great too. So I really like having these. They come with a great carrying case. So those are kind of my tips for how I film things myself. And if you're gonna film things yourself, it really helps to kind of put everything together into a kit so you have it in one location, and when it's time to charge things, charge it all together, so it's kind of like a camera go bag and easy. And for me, just trying to find less is more. So if I have a tool that will do a bunch of it for me at once, that is what I love. So this is like phenomenal because it does a bunch of things for me at once. It's got my little shutter button built in. It's got a selfie stick or a tripod. It's got a light. And if I need to, I can actually clip the mic right on it, and it's not so heavy that it's gonna like break the whole thing. So I love that. Filming yourself, you can also buy little car mounts and put it into your dash. And if you're a passenger in the car, you can talk away. I've done that for behind the scenes videos where I'm doing gigs and everything. But really, I think your big OG is gonna be either getting a case with a magnet or buying one of these little magnet rings and sticking it on the back. Because for instance, I drop my phones a lot, so I use pop sockets. And this is my old phone, and I like using a pop socket to hold my phone. It makes it a lot easier because I tend to drop things. But having it stuck on there means I have to take this case off every time I want this phone to fit in anything, fit in a tripod, fit in a stand. And it also means that I couldn't natively have a magnet on there. I had to stick it on my actual phone, which didn't end end up working. So having a case with the magnet is really cool because it opens up the possibility for all of these different attachments that you could use. I love the pop socket, really great. The last thing I'm going to say, and this is not any kind of a sponsored post, none of this content is sponsored. This is just me sharing with you the stuff I like to use. But the last thing I'm going to show you, I'm not sponsored to share this. I don't make any money from it. No one's paying me to do this. It's just, these are all things that I actually use that I think can make things easier for you as a professional mermaid or a content creator. I like to use this app called CapCut. It's great for short form video, not great for long form video, but for things on your phone, it can do a whole lot. And I actually find it worthwhile to buy the 1-year membership. I buy it during Boxing Day because I tend to get it 50% off then, which is really great. And it can do so many things, and I can just upload my videos, edit everything right in the app and export it, and then I can put it right onto whatever social media platform. However, lots of the platforms have their own built-in editors. YouTube has its own creator app that you can use for building some of the short form videos, and Instagram has edits, which you can use for building some of your reels. And a lot of people just like to natively make things in TikTok as well. I like using CapCut because I can do all kinds of things with it, and I can also take a long form video that I'm filming this way, and it has an auto function when you pay for it that allows you to make a short form trailer out of it that you can use. So I really like doing that. So that's a really great app. And if you're going to be making footage and filming a lot of stuff, I suggest getting some kind of space on the cloud where you can back up your footage and where you can access it wherever you need to be. That way it's not clogging up your phone. If you have Amazon Prime, you can automatically get Prime photos and videos. If you have a Google account where you pay for things like I do, where I pay for my business URL, often in your Google admin console, you have extra drive space so you can back things up there. If you're an iPhone user, you often have iCloud, things like that. So just find a place to back up your data. But I hope you found this helpful. If you have any other questions, please let me know. If you have products that you like to use, I would love to hear about them in the comments. Maybe I'll figure out something that makes things easier for me. And I'm really excited. I'm filming this on my new phone, and it has all these cool features, and I'm really excited to just start creating with it and figuring out how everything works. And I appreciate you, so we will talk to you later. Now I'm going to use my little button to turn it off. Watch.